So here we have Juri. Health 950, stun 950. She has the curse of a vagina, so she's not super bulky. Pretty good forward walk speed, pretty good back walk speed. Very different from Street Fighter 4, where she was snail. Her dash is, her dash is really good in both directions, really. Forward dash is exceptional, back dash is fine, and then her jump arc is fairly normal. Not much to say about any of that. She's a bit more traditional than she was in Street Fighter 4. Let's get to it. Normals, special, super, V-skill, V-trigger, combos, that approximate order. Light normals, stand jab. This is a decent anti-air as they go. Oh, I just got an invite. They nerfed standing jab, anti-air standing jabs by and large. I don't remember if they actually touched Juri's. She's got much better options if the opponent's jumping in. But if the opponent's crossing you up with like a jump medium kick or something like that, especially now that they've reduced the size of cross-ups, walking under and doing a stand jab is actually an exceptional way of beating it clean. This is a jump hard kick, so it's just, just pretend it's a jump medium kick. But like you can see the hitbox right there. This is a really good anti-cross-up. It's also 4 frames, which makes it one of her main combo tools. She has no 3-frame normal, I think, and all her 4-frame normals. Wait, hold on. No, this is a 3-frame normal. All right, well this is a pretty sick combo tool then. It combos anywhere. Most of her attacks are +4. There's very little she has that's +3, but in the event that something is +3, this should be +3. There you go. In the event that something is +3, you can actually combo into stand jab. I don't think there's any sort of meaningful links like that. I guess that one might be meaningful, but I've never seen anyone go for that ever. Most of her other combo starters, she's got other combo starters that work in the same place that are +4. Anyway, the point is this is technically her fastest normal, which makes it really good for 3-frame punishes. And it's also got a pretty nice hitbox. As a combo starter, you would use it if you were punishing something that you needed to punish really quickly. Like, or like in any situation where you wouldn't know who was getting control first. Like, for example, after an air-to-air when you're both coming down at the same time and you're like, you need to hit the opponent as fast as possible. This is her fastest normal. And in the event that you hit it, you hit a grounded opponent with it, counter hit or otherwise, you can always combo into stand short. And then from there, you can do her light normal combos. So it's a decent combo starter for her light normal stuff. Especially just that it's really fast. This is one of her main light normals, if only because it's quick. Let's see here. As a starter in close scenarios, it's a really good linking tool. It's a decent anti-cross-up, and it's an okay anti-air. It's not. I'd use other stuff if you were going to anti-air with Juri, but just know that it's like it'll tend to trade. It's a terrible trade, but there's certain things it's good at, like anti-airing certain dive kicks and stuff like that. It's very low commit. Send light kick is I think it goes a little further, so it's a little bit better in a lot of combo scenarios because it does the same damage, and it's 4 frames, which in nearly every combo doesn't matter compared to 3 because again Juri has like +4 everything. It combos even at max range into a lot of her light combo tools. Like it combos at max range into her light uppercut. It combos at max range into the hard pinwheel. So it's very common to use it as kind of it's more consistent than stand jab will be. Like if you get stand strong and you're not really sure if stand jab is going to hit, stand short will be more consistent rather. It's not 100%, but it'll be more consistent. So you kind of see it more as the combo tool than jab. If you have a choice between the two, this one goes farther and has no downside. So you can use either for most combos, but I'll generally show off stand short combos. It also has a little bit. It's got different command overlap, and that affects some people. Some people prefer to get like this on accident versus getting this on accident. But that only really matters if you drop your inputs a little bit. Crouch jab is 4 frames. I'm going to be 100% honest. I don't see people use this button a whole lot. I think all of her combos from low short. No, maybe not. Yeah, I guess you have to chain out of her low short, but you can use stand jab instead, which probably better, probably interchangeable. I don't really see people hit crouch jab that much. It's probably all right, but I'm gonna say like for almost everything you can use crouch jab for, I think you can also use stand jab. If you're not so good with the execution, and you like the crouching DP like kind of combos, you find them a lot easier than doing buffered standing DPs. You can do like certain combos like that one, but generally stand jab goes farther and does the same damage. So I don't know. I don't see people. That's a very redundant normal. That's all I've got to say. It's +2 on block, +4 on hit. Stand jab is also +2 on block, +4 on hit. I think they have identical pushback, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Send light kick is only +1, so the jabs are better blocking. They're better tools to have the opponent block than the light kick is. Crouch light kick, its main advantage, its only advantage is that it's a low. Otherwise, it's pretty much interchangeable with her other light normals. I think it doesn't cancel, and it's slightly weaker than her, yeah, no canceling. Slightly weaker than the other ones. It's 20 instead of 30. So if you want to open up someone with a low, this is the absolute safest way you could do it. You could do something like that is very common for Juri players, etc., etc. There's a little bit of other stuff you can do, but for the most part, that's it. There's a lot of stuff you can do in V-Trigger from that, but it is a low, and it's a low that you can confirm out of. Whereas, like, let's say crouch medium kick or crouch hard kick, you've got to either do something safe or pray, because there's no way to confirm what you're going to go into. They don't inherently link into anything. Stand medium punch is a pretty great normal. It's her fastest medium at 5 frames. I think actually stand medium kick might also be 5 frames now. But medium punch is kind of more general use because it starts combos. Medium kick doesn't. You can cancel medium kick, but it's medium punch you can link out of on reaction. It goes pretty far. Generally, you can combo out of it at most ranges, but not absolutely max range. It does cancel. So you can do some canceling stuff with it. That's a pretty good example of something you would cancel into. Juri's fireball charge has very low range, so if you're doing like combos into it, it's not gonna work. But it is safe, so if you just cancel into it like that, that's like -2, and you can combo out of it. So that's like a good example of just why you would cancel stand strong, and I think her other harder normals also work there. But generally, it's plus. I think it's +5. Yeah, it's +5, so it links into various things. In Season 1, it only linked into light normals, the one particular light normal. And from there, you could do some okay stuff. But in this season, this is a pretty big buff for Juri. In Season 2, stand strong will link into stand forward. So now you can do better combos, I guess. Now you can do combos into like good knockdowns. A really good example of a nice little combo she can do is into hard uppercut, which does okay damage and knocks down. You can also go into the medium version of her flip kick. Used to only be able to go into light, but now you can go into medium because it's faster. Oh, there you go. That's 160 plus knockdown. It's got a little bit better corner carry, but a little bit worse Oki, I think. And then mainly, you can combo into her little medium stomp thing, medium Fuha Renkyaku, and that's a really big deal because that starts some pretty strong combos. That's like a really big buff, and that makes it really important to have medium Fuha Renkyaku all the time. But I'll talk about that in a little bit. The point is her medium combo that she just got is pretty nice. It's a pretty nice little combo. This is bread and butter for Juri. Oh. 234 damage is fairly good for a stand strong. But that's only if you have charge, and if you don't have charge, you'd probably do something in the line of that. But the point is, stand strong. It's 5 frames. You can just kind of walk in and do it. Like, you know, you can frame trap into it. It's pretty quick. And then if you ever see it hit, you can link the stand forward on reaction. And then if the stand forward links, then you can just do, you know, conversions from the first hit of stand forward. Very common for Juri. Very common to just kind of fish with this. Just kind of like hit it and then approach and hit it again, you know, that kind of thing. Makes her pressure really scary when she can just turn that into pretty good damage anytime it works. That's its main use as a combo tool / pressure tool. It's +2 on block too, so you can use it as a frame trap starter in addition to just being a combo starter. There are a lot of ways you can kind of annoy the opponent with a +2 attack. There's some other things. It's the start of her target combo. I'll talk about that in a little bit. Stay medium kick. I just talked about it a whole lot. Its main purpose. It's a good poke. From far away, it does 60 damage, and from up close, it does 70. The second hit does 30 in the 2-hit string. But so it does 40 in a cancel, and you've got to cancel it in the first hit. But as a poke, it's pretty good. It goes pretty far. It's like, I don't think it's a super great anti-air, but it's really good at controlling the space, controlling the way the opponent moves. It's a very low commit attack that has a pretty good hitbox and goes out really fast. So 7 frames for just the far version. Let's see here. Hold on, it's got a little... Yeah, okay, it just says only first hit cancelable. It is -4 on block, which means it's not... I mean, like, if you're this far away, being -4 is not a really big deal. But I just, it's not... You can't have it blocked and then immediately hit a button afterwards and expect to reliably beat something that your opponent does. That being said, your opponent probably won't be hitting buttons from that far out on block. I don't know, it depends. -4 on block is, like, fairly common for a poke. On hit it's +1, and I think it's -4 on block if you do, like, the up-close strings, too. Like, if the opponent blocked that, it would be -4. Again, they would be pushed out pretty far, so that -4 wouldn't matter for the most part. I think only, like, a couple supers would be able to catch that, like Laura Super or something like that would be able to reversal punish, but, like, I doubt that's even happened since the game came out. Very important for her combos, as I already said. First hit combos into the medium Fuhara and Kyaku, and it also combos into the medium flip kick, and it also combos into the hard uppercut. And the light uppercut, if you'd prefer to end with the light versus the hard, there's actually a decent reason to use that. So it's great as a combo ender, as a thing that you're trying to link into, and it's decent as a poke in its own right. There's a couple other things it does. It's very important for her V-trigger combos. But for the most part, it's that. It is a very fast cancel. Thank you, Meatwad. You have to have kind of quick cancels to do it, because it's a very short... You've got to do the cancel very quickly during the hit stun, because it's got very low startup and very quick hit stun between the 2 hits. Hit stop, I suppose. Crouch medium punch. This button is a little bit slower. It's 6 frames instead of 5. Juri doesn't really have anything +6, I don't think, other than her medium Fuhara and Kyaku. So for the most part, this is it's counter hit only kind of links, and the counter hit links you can get are pretty good. Like if you get like well, I would have it on first block. Yeah, there you go. If you had like some setup where you got counter hit stand strong, and that's like a decent frame trap in its own right. If you had some setup where you got counter hit stand strong, you could be able to link into crutch strong. And there are certain ranges where you can do that, but you would only be getting the second hit of stand medium kick. Although those ranges have gone down since season 2. Stand medium kick gets both its hits a lot more easily. But there are still certain times where crutch strong is a little bit more reliable. Crutch strong also does a little bit more damage, so if you actually have that option available, like let's say I get counter hit stand strong, that combo into... I did medium flip kick there. I did a lot more damage by doing crouch strong versus stand forward, and that's because this only does 40 damage and this does like 60. So if both are available, crouch strong is preferred. That's like a little optimization thing, though. That's not something you would generally need to worry about. But it is useful for her linking tools, and it's especially useful because it goes really far after Fuharen, the medium Fuharen. This is like her main follow-up after a medium Fuha. This is like the normal that you generally link into. Doesn't need counter hit or anything. I have all these things that I left on. That's like a general follow-up. If you have if you don't want to use any resources at all, that's like her go-to. Juri converts resources to damage better than almost every character in the game, though. So, crouch medium kick is a low. It's a pretty good poke. It has a very small hurt box and goes decently far for a crouch medium kick in this game. The damage is only 50, which is I think bog standard for crouch medium kicks. It's pretty low commit. It does cancel. I don't. Everything you can cancel into with Juri is not super good to cancel into raw. Like if you're using it as a poke, you can go into you can't go into charge because it's not going to hit. And if all her other special moves are like kind of unsafe. It's very good to use this and then cancel into her EX Fuhara and Kyaku. I see that one a lot, and that's because EX Fuhara and Kyaku is that's safe, and that converts even from absolute max range. So this is like a very low hurt box, like small hurt box attack, and that's like a full conversion, a safe full conversion from that. So that's like a decent little string that she can do, and that's a way that she can fish for forcing the opponent to block low, which is okay because she has an overhead too. It's an okay little mix-up she has. I wouldn't say it's great because the overhead's pretty unsafe now, but it's a way that she can pressure the opponent. Apart from a poke, crouch medium kick, it's +2 on block, -2 on -2 on block, +2 on hit. You can't really link out of it or anything like that. I guess you could get a stand short counter hit link if you got counter hit crouch medium kick from point blank, but you wouldn't really go for crouch medium kick point blank most of the time. I mostly see it as a poke or a way to fish into hard Fuharen or EX Fuharen. Those are like the main ways I see it. Hard into light or hard into V-trigger. Let's see here. Hold on, my brother's messaging me right now. Hards, I guess. Sand hard punch is her strongest cancel. I think no, crouch hard punch. Okay, yeah, crouch hard punch is her strongest cancel. Sand hard punch is her strongest cancel that actually has range, and that's really important because well, the range isn't great, but when you get her crush counters, it's really hard to walk in and get like a crouch fierce or dash in and get a crouch fierce, and by that I mean it's impossible most of the time. So Stain Fierce is a lot more reliable to kind of like walk in and tag the opponent like that, and it's also a little bit it's all right after like let's say like if I jumped like an SPD from like a Geef or something like that, I'd go for Stain Fierce and have that combo from the jump in versus like Crouch Fierce might not necessarily hit. It's got a little bit less range, so like if the Geef like whiffs it towards medium kick and then SPDs from here, like Stain Fierce will hit, but like Crouch Fierce won't hit. So there's like little scenarios where Stain Fierce is preferred, but the main one is her crush counter combos. But it is her strongest. It's like it's a heavy normal, which means she can combo some pretty nice stuff from it. Like it's got longer hit stun than most of her other cancels. The obvious one is medium Fuharen Kyaku. It's like a very very general combo for her. I think that it depends on the combo, but I think it generally does more damage than the Link. I'm actually gonna double check. Let's see here. That would be B&B for the Link. 234 versus with the Stain Fierce 238. Alright, so that's pretty much interchangeable. The Fierce did a little bit more damage and stun, but like not really enough to matter. But if you had a super cancel in that combo, the super scaling would matter a lot more. To have one fewer attack, you'd be doing a lot more damage with your super. So technically, if you have the choice, Stain Fierce is a better starter for your like punish combos. Also, Stain Fierce is like +4 on hit, so if you're using close Stain Fierce, and I think it's decent on block too. -3. That's not really decent, is it? That's not really decent at all. But it's +4, so you can link out of it, and from those links you can do, Juri stuff. That did not combo. That works. Just take my word for it. Take my word for it. Why have I not turned that off? Anyway, you can link out of it. I don't really see Juri players ever go for that because it's kind of a slow normal. I guess you can frame trap into it. I've seen that before. It's an 8 frame attack, so after a blocked light normal, it's going to be like a +2, and that's gonna if you get a counter hit with this, you get a +6, so you can do some like kind of cool links out of that. That's like a decent frame trap. It's nice and slow. And then you can actually have a little bit of walking into if you want. Or like just delay in general. You can just delay it and get a bigger frame trap. Unfortunately, it can only be 6, but a 6 frame window into a heavy normal is pretty good as in terms of like you have to have like a window that big if you're going into a heavy, unfortunately, for like almost every character. But you can frame trap into it and get some nice combos off of it like that. And it's good that you can link out of it on reaction. It's also, I think, a decent A-tier. Pretty sure it wasn't Street Fighter 4. She has like some normal anti-airs that are decent, but I don't remember which they are. That was not good, but I did it really early. Pow. Okay, it's nice and tall. That's gonna work as an anti-air. Even if it trades, if they come down sooner, you just do it earlier than it would trade because it's really tall. It's a nice tall hitbox. So that's not a bad anti-air as they go. I'm doing it from really far away though. I don't know if it really works from that close. Oh, that clean one. I didn't even get the counter hit. It's just got a good anti-air hitbox. Alright, that's like a decent anti-air. That's like a really decent anti-air. So it's a good anti-air. It's a decent combo starter. It's a decent ender for frame traps, and it's a decent, I mean, like mid piece second attack of frame traps, and it's good for punish combos and confirm combos. This is Stand Fierce in a nutshell. Stand Roundhouse is a decent poke in its own regard, in its own right. It goes really far. She appears to jump, but I don't think she actually jumps. I think she just looks like she jumps. It's -4 on block, 14 frame startup. Those are both kind of awful. The fact that it's -4 doesn't really matter if you're using it at the ranges where you'll be using it. Just means you can't like hit it over and over, especially because it's 14 frame startup. But it does go really far. It has a decent number of active frames. It's +1 on hit, and it does okay damage. So as a poke, it's not too bad. It's a pretty good poke. Also, it's a crush counter normal. So if you ever actually get like a counter hit with it, you can combo into some stuff. I don't remember what you get from far away, to be honest. You might just get like a flip kick or something like that. EX didn't work. With her other one, you can get dash in, stand strong, but I don't think you can get dash in, stand strong here. Yeah. I think you can get dash in, stand jab. That looks pretty bad. There you go. That's a decent conversion from max range. That's probably her. That's probably the best she can do from max range, depending on what you want to combo after the stand short, because she's got other things she can combo into if you've got better resources. But dash and jab seems like it would be probably one of the most consistent ones. I guess you could probably like sweep or something too, like walk in sweep. If you're close though, you wouldn't usually get a counter hit with this if you were close, because that would mean you were hitting this if you were close, which is not generally a good idea. If you're blocking a Shuriken, you'd probably use her other crush counter normal. But if you were close, you could do like a walk in stand fierce. Is a very consistent option. Pow. It's a very small walk in. If you don't walk in though, I think it doesn't work. So you need to have a little bit of a walk, but you've got plenty of time to do it. It's not super precise. But again, her other crush counter is better for punishing Shoryuken, so mostly you're just going to be getting this while fishing with it from afar. But it lets you get decent damage out of a poke. It's a pretty nice little crush counter. It's kind of like Ibuki's towards hard kick, but worse in every way because she doesn't actually leave the ground and it isn't as good as a poke. Let me see here. She has better opportunities to convert out of it than Ibuki does. Ibuki gets the launch, so she's more limited. You got DP or you got super. A bit of other random stupid stuff. Crouch hard punch. This was a really good anti-air in Street Fighter 4 and is a pretty garbage anti-air in this game. There is a big exception that a lot of people know, and I will talk about that literally right now as soon as I show that it sucks. It sucks. It literally sucks. This is not a super good. You need to be like really precise to even get a trade with this thing. But if you activate V-Trigger, the hitbox changes, and more importantly, the hurtbox changes, which actually makes it a really good anti-air. And I think this is her only normal that actually just outright changes like hurtboxes in V-Trigger. I honestly don't understand. You know what I think happened? I think that Capcom probably already had it like this and then changed it, and then forgot to change the V-Trigger version. Actually, I have no idea. I have no clue why it's like that. It's just really strange. It's nice that she has good anti-air in V-Trigger, but like, I feel like it should always be like that. But you've got Stand Fierce, and that does basically the same thing, so whatever. Crouch Fierce is a little better, though, because it's more vertical and it has a better crush counter. Anyway, its main purpose is not an anti-air, but rather it's her strongest cancel. So it's... Oh yeah, I've got counter hit on. It's her strongest cancel, so if you're going for like max damage combos, it's the button that you should start with. That'll be significantly... I mean, appreciably. Significantly, not so much. It'll be appreciably stronger than her her medium confirm. So if you can help it, you'd start with Crouch Fierce and a lot of her punish combos, non-crush counter punish combos. And actually, you'd start her crush counter punish combos with it too, because it's a crush counter and it's a really good crush counter. It has a lot more reel than her stand hard kick, so you can actually do a dash in and get a stand medium punch, and that gives you, you know, everything. Most obviously, it gives you your little... I dropped it. It gives you your little two-hit confirm. It gives you your little two-hit confirm. There you go. 250 damage, not too bad. Not too great, but not too bad. Um, and then you can also go into her target combo, which I haven't even talked about, but that's there. That's not too bad. It's like her only way to actually combo her target combo, like to set it up to the best that I know. So, outside like counter hits and stuff. But just that means, you know, that's like her main punish combo, or like variations of that, or her main punish combo. So it's like what you do after you block a DP. Let me see here. What else does Crush Fierce do? Is that it? It's mostly just that. Starts the crush counter combos and does the most damage as a hard cancel. Does the most damage as a cancel in general. Excuse me. It's 10 frame startup, pretty slow. -5 on block, +3 on hit. Crutch hard kick, it's a sweep. It's almost exactly like every other sweep in the game. The range is pretty good. The damage is not so good, and there's 0 conversions. On block, it's -12, but it's really far away, so you've got to punish it with things that, you know, you can punish it with slow things as long as they hit really far away. Generally, other sweeps. Generally, when you get the opponent to block a sweep from max range, they can just punish with their own sweep. But some characters can do a lot worse, so don't have opponents block sweeps. This is generally like not a super good. It's like great as a poke for its speed and range, but it's the fact that it's punishable makes it a lot harder to use. If you get a crush counter with it, it is a hard knockdown. Juri, I don't think, does really anything with her hard knockdowns other than get ground back. So it's not bad, but not great. It is decent as an ender in V-Trigger, because all of her other enders in V-Trigger suck a massive amount of V-meter away. So, you know, if you're doing something like that, that uses just a little bit of V-Trigger. I mean, that's not a super great example. More like that doesn't suck a whole lot of V-meter away, versus something like well, I ran out of V-meter. Something like that will suck up a ton of V-meter as an ender. So you know, it's a low damage, but like it keeps your ability to keep momentum up. It's okay in V-Trigger, I'm gonna say. It's not like great. I don't see Juris go for that combos that much. It's got good potential. I think Juri, I think it's a pretty good ender in V-Trigger and a little bit underrepresented. Well, she's got other stuff that's better in a lot of cases, so let's see here. That's all our normals, right? So let's talk about the target combo and the command normals. She's got an overhead towards medium kick. I'm pretty sure it's -6, because every other overhead like this is -6. So don't just go throwing it out like crazy. But well spaced. It's one of the biggest overheads in the entire game in terms of range. So it's like pretty easy to use it at a range where most characters have a hard time punishing it. It's also a decently fast overhead as they go. So it's one of the, I would say loosely that it's one of the better overheads. I don't know if it's, I think it jumps. I think she actually jumps to do it. I think it's airborne. I think it's got at least a little bit of airborne in it somewhere. So theoretically you could go over lows with it, but good luck. Let's see here. What else you got? I gotta go to the command list real fast. Okay, we got the back hard kick and we got the target combo. Back hard kick is a pretty awesome normal. It's slow-ish. It's not even slow really. It's like 7 frames. I just looked it up. 7 frames is like decently fast. Like that's faster than Stand Fierce. So like, you know, you can get faster frame traps like crouch jab, back roundhouse is a 5-frame window. That's a really good frame trap because that's a heavy normal. That's gonna beat like any. If they go for like a 5-frame medium, this will win clean because it's a heavy. So it's really good to link into, and if it hits, if it's blocked, it's safe. It's only -2, so unless it's Zangief, you're fine. If it hits, it's you can actually link out of it. It's +4, so you can get this, and then you can get enders. I keep on doing DP with kick because that's like the old motion. Can you still combo off the overhead on meaty counter hit? Probably. It's got 2 active frames, so if you get meaty, it's +1, and if you get counter hit, it then becomes +3, and she has a 3-frame normal. So yes, if you have frame perfect timing to get the meaty towards medium kick and are point blank so you can combo the jab and get counter hit because they hit a button on the first frame and wake up, then technically yes, you could combo towards medium kick into stand jab. But would you? No, that sounds ridiculously impractical. Anyway, Back hard kick, super good to frame jab into because it's heavy normal with good startup. It's decent as a combo starter in its own regard because it does okay damage, 80 damage, and raw confirms into everything. Like, you know, it's really good to just block string into. It's really good to just kind of do raw. It can anti-air a little bit. It's not like the most amazing anti-air in terms of consistency, but there are some kind of cool things you can do with it. Namely that if they land on it, you can start a juggle, which is kind of cool. Looks really good, does nice damage. It's tall enough that it can be consistent, but it's not. It doesn't have it doesn't shrink or hurt box at all. So you just kind of have to rely on either the opponent having bad jump in normals or the height of it. You've got to rely on your precise timing. I mean, it's not really relying on it because you can just always have precise timing. I'm doing it really early. I don't have a super good grip on the timing. There might be other stuff you can do. You might be able to combo a flip kick or some other nonsense. Maybe like the stomp or something. I don't know. Maybe not. Probably the super. I wouldn't be surprised if you could combo the super. More importantly, probably the light. No, I don't know. I'll try the super just for... Oh shit. Just to see if it works. I'm curious. Whoa. Hitboxes. Ah shit. I didn't mash fast enough. Yeah, that's the motion. Alright, whatever. It might work, it might not. It's a decent anti-air, and it has high damage if you anti-air with it. So maybe if you go for a grab, and they neutral jump your grab, you might be able to juggle back hard kick into a hard uppercut and get some nice damage like that. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool little attack. But mostly it's a frame trap tool / combo starter. It's a really annoying button because it has good white damage. Because it's just a heavy with decent damage. That's safe. I feel like there's some other stuff about it. Whatever. You can cancel it too. I mean, I canceled it a bunch just now. You can cancel the second hit. You can cancel the second hit. You can cancel the first, and you can link. So light release into flip into super. Whoa, that sounds like a rad combo. I'll give it one go. We'll see if I can get it once. If it doesn't work, then I give up. Ugh, that looked like it would work. If I was faster, I wasn't expecting that to play out like that. Anyway, I don't want to take an hour just trying that combo over and over. Hurt hard combo. It says 5 frame startup because the medium punch is 5 frames. Hard combo's not super useful. Here's the main reason. There you go. It's stand strong into towards fierce or stand strong into back fierce, but strong into neutral fierce doesn't work. I guess because they want to avoid command overlap with feng shui combos. But the fact that it doesn't work on crouching opponents is kind of a big deal because it's that you can't control whether the opponent's standing or crouching, and there's no way to force stand here. So the only way you can really use it in a combo that forces stand is after counter hit crouch fierce, which it's a crush counter, and therefore it forces stand anyway, but it's a crush counter, so it forces stand. But that's a way to confirm it. But if you actually get it, if you're actually, again, it's kind of hard to actually use. You can use it after jump ins and stuff, I guess. But again, what if the jump in works because of their crouching? You have to react to the fact that they're not crouching if you ever want to use this anywhere. But you can use it in punishes and stuff if you want to. There's better stuff you can go for, but this isn't useless. If you actually land it, I think the go-to combo is medium uppercut because hard uppercut loses a hit, so medium actually does more in this combo. And that's decent damage as they go. For a punish, that's not too bad. She can do better now. She doesn't need combos like that anymore. That's not even higher. So that's actually all right. If you don't have any resources at all, this is actually a pretty good punish. Medium. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad. If you have 0 resources, that might actually be pretty good. But if you have medium fuha, you can't do this into medium fuha. Oh, but it combos, right? So I've been canceling it like crazy already. I shut off the DP, which is the general juggle, but you also have some kind of cool other stuff. I think you can juggle into a light follow-up, and from there you can do some other wacky stuff. If you're absolutely crazy like me, I think this works. That looks absolutely stupid, but kind of cool. If you want an actual practical combo version of that, I think you can do this. Maybe let me try medium. I think something like this works. Maybe not. I'll try hard actually, because I don't know. I didn't cancel it. Get up for you. Oh, that actually... Okay, I did it. I thought that was something like that, and that's it. It's hard. Anyway, that does a butt ton of damage, and normally, normally the light version. If you have the light version, you don't really have like crazy good combo options if you only have the light. Normally that's not really a way that you can convert big damage, but with that you can actually get good damage off of just having the light follow up. So that's like if you don't have the medium follow up, but you do have the light one, that's a pretty good little conversion. And then you can super cancel that too if you want even more damage. The flip kick super cancels. Anyway, that's actually like a good combo. So like from a punish perspective, that's something you should be aware that you have. Let me see here. What else? Oh yeah, charge. Forgot about that one. So the charge won't hit, but if you do the charge, you can juggle her EX, Fuhara, and Kyaku, which looks pretty cool. This combo does okay damage and also gives you a charge. So like it's like how to charge mid combo. So that's like a nice little conversion she has. That's pretty much everything you ever get off the target combo. Normally you just see like the DP ender. Most Juris don't really use the target combo at all, except for like after Crouch Fierce. Crush counter. That's like its main purpose. Alright, let's talk about her air normals. She's got jump light kick is pretty wide. It's one of the better cross-ups in this game. I think they shrank the hitbox of the jump medium kick, but I think they didn't shrink the hitbox of the jump light kick. So it's like it's a worse cross-up than the jump medium kick in terms of damage and hit blocks done and hits done, but it's a bigger cross-up and it's a little bit more reliable and it can also hit sooner. So it's not useless, but oh yeah, I forgot about the V-skill side swap. Oh my god, I forgot about the V-skill follow-up. That's decent because it builds V-meter. Okay, that's like the only way to actually combo uncharged V-skill. So, like, I should have mentioned that. And it also side swaps, which is usually bad but can be good. Alright, that's like a funny... I forgot about that, man. That's good. And you can just use it to charge a V-skill. There, I just got a V-skill. So you can use it to charge too. I'll talk more about V-skill later. Anyway, jump light kick is a pretty good little cross-up, and it's really fast, so you can fuzzy guard with it on certain characters. Looks like Ryu, you can't do it from jump back, but you can do it from jump up and jump forward. So, like if Ryu did like high block and then low block after this, that jump light kick would hit him while he was crouching, and it would be unblockable, or not unblockable, but like it's an overhead because it's a jump light kick, so he would get hit. So if he had very low health, that would be a pretty. That and this are a true 50-50. So, that's a good way to clinch it out because most people don't even realize you can get a really quick overhead like that at the end of the match. You can instant overhead with it. That's pretty good. What else? That's pretty much it. Jump jab, I pretty much never see anyone hit. There might be some purpose for it. It looks like it would be an okay air to air, but whatever. She's got a much better one. Jump strong is really important. It's kind of like her Street Fighter 4 jump strong, but her combo options have totally changed. It's reels like a juggle state. So if you get this, there are like a million follow-ups. The general one is probably I think she has a DP that she can combo here. Does DP not work? I thought that worked. Light one worked. I'm kind of surprised that uses up like the juggle potential you need. Alright, so light DP works, and I think you can combo Fireball Charge. No? You can combo Hard Fireball, I know that. Hard Fireball into Medium Fireball is a decent ender as they go. That did more damage than the light DP anyway. And then you can also get, she has an air target combo. It's jump medium punch into jump hard punch. Isn't it? Is it not? What the fuck is it? Is it hard kick? It's hard kick. It's hard kick. I'm dumb. Jump medium punch into jump hard kick. This is a pretty good anti-air as they go. Like if they're jumping at you, you can jump as well, and then just do this star combo and hit them before they would be hitting a button. And the hitbox is really good, and if you're jumping up like that, it can be hard to like get the juggle necessarily. Like if they're like coming in at you like that, like you won't necessarily have the same juggle opportunities. So going for this target combo in scenarios like that is a little bit more reliable, and it also does about the same damage as like the light DP follow-up. So it's pretty good. Does that actually does that work on grounded opponents? I've never really tried that. Oh wow, how about that? That's probably pretty good on block. Most star combos don't work like that on grounded opponents. So that probably does a lot of white damage and block stun compared to most of her other jump-ins. The problem is if it actually works, it's going to kill your combo. You're not going to be able to do anything from that. But on block, it's probably her best jump-in. I never really thought about using it like that. Thanks. That's good information. But mainly it's just used as like an air target combo for like anti-airs and just, you know, air-to-airs in general. Medium punch doesn't do a whole lot besides that. It's mostly just her go-to air-to-air button / anti-air button. Medium kick is a cross-up. It works almost exactly like every other jump medium kick cross-up in the entire game. It's smallish, has okay damage, has decent block stun, can cross up. You know, there's not much to say. It's just, you know, forces the opponent to block in the opposite direction. Jump hard punch is probably a decent air-to-air, but I never see anyone hit it. Jump hard kick is probably her go-to jump in on almost every scenario. I miss Street Fighter 4 jump hard punch. That was a cool normal, but whatever. Not much to say about all those. They're just, you know, if you want damage, that's your starter. Her jump hard kick goes pretty far out, but not very far down. All of her air attacks have pretty good startup compared to most characters. I feel like that's worth mentioning. Like most characters have like 10 frame jump. I shouldn't say most. Her all her air normals are pretty quick. Let's see here. I guess I've covered all her normals. Let's talk specials. So we got what, 3? I think 3 specials, but technically one of them is really complex. Let's talk about the DP. The DP. There we go. It's DP plus punch. The light one leaves the opponent grounded, which is situationally good. It cancels the super, and I think this is her strongest super cancel. That's not true because she's got the flip kick. It's as strong as the strip kick, as the flip kick you can generally combo into, and you can. I don't know if you can combo medium or hard DP into super because it requires like the world's fastest cancels. But light is fairly easy to cancel into DP because it, I mean, light DP is fairly easy to cancel to super because both hits are grounded. You can cancel either hit. So like that's a decent ender for her. Like every time that you can combo light DP, you can land that super afterwards. So like a really good example that we just looked at is if you do that, it's like pretty hard to combo a flip kick. I think it's possible, maybe not, but it's pretty hard. And light DP is very easy to land there. And from that, you can any place where you can land light DP, pretty much you can land a super. Nice canceling. The super is down back, so how? It's really important as a way to land super. That's one of the main things you go through. The medium one is her go-to anti-air. It has no upper body hurt box, which makes it a really consistent anti-air. It's literally exactly like Ryu. You see a jump in, you do DP motion plus medium punch, and you just get a nice, clean, consistent anti-air. Does pretty good damage, knocks down. You can autocorrect it, so that's decent too. It's like a pretty good anti-air as they go. It's like one of the better anti-airs in the game. It's decently wide. It's like really tall. It does okay damage. I have nothing bad to say about it, other than it's kind of hard to land super afterwards if you're using it like that. Kind of hard / impossible. I don't even know if it's possible. The hard one is slightly more consistent in combos because it has way better range than the medium one. Like, let me see if this is a good example. That's not. Alright, let me see. That also worked. Hold on. I'll try Link. Yeah, there you go. See that? Like, I did jab into short into medium uppercut, and the medium one doesn't even hit at all. Whereas the hard one gets all its hits. So generally, the hard one is a lot better for combos, and it has good Oki and decent damage. So it's not a bad ender as they go. I think the Okizeme is better than flip kick, but the flip kick has better corner carry. They're, for the most part, interchangeable. Most people seem to end with the flip kick. So, you know, if you want to be like most people, if you want to be the more consistent Juri, end with the flip kick, there's probably a decent reason that people usually end with it. But I've noticed that the uppercut usually works too. I think the flip kick generally does more damage. Because the hard uppercut is 4 hits, but it generally won't get all 4 hits. It is faster than the flip kick too, so in light combos it's preferred. Works there too. That looks like it wouldn't be a consistent combo, but from what I found, it actually is super consistent. It works on every character I've tried it on, and it still gets oh, flip kick has better Oki. Okay, I take it all back. And with flip kick, it's actually more consistent on crutching opponents. It actually gets more damage. Like when you look at that combo, that was 192. versus flip kick is 160. That's like a really, really big increase in damage. But if they're standing, you lose a hit, and it makes them do like the same damage. 168 versus I think literally 168. 160. Okay, so the flip kick, the uppercut always does a little bit more. Let's see here. The EX1 is her reversal. It's basically a lot like an EX Shoryuken from other Shotos and stuff. It's got true invincibility from her head to her feet plus unthrowable. I think the hard one's unthrowable too, for the record. So if you're predicting a throw and you want to make a hard read. But the EX1 beats everything. It beats throws, it beats meaties, it beats whatever. So projectiles even. So it's a really good reversal. It's like an actual really good reversal. It's even pretty fast. I don't remember the exact speed, but it's like let me see here. 7 frames. That's slow for a DP, but fast for a reversal, if that makes any sense. It's decent. It's crush counter punishable. The other ones aren't. Even the ones that go up, I think, are not crush counter. But this one is. So if you're coming down, they can hit you with like 300 damage combos. So it's really risky to just throw out, but that's the game. That's Street Fighter V. The fact that she has a reversal at all, especially a decent one, is extremely good for her. I think that should go without saying. People will occasionally check their swing when fighting Juri, and that gives her a free wake up every now and then. Just make your opponent aware that you have that tool, and things will be alright. Let me see. That's pretty much all there is to say about DP. It's a good anti-air, medium and EX. It's a good combo tool, light and hard, and it's a good... No, that's it. It's a good combo tool, and it's a good anti-air. And the EX1's a good reversal. The end. Flip kick. I don't actually know the purpose of the light flip kick anymore. It used to be you'd use it for combos, because it was the only one that worked in most of her combos. But now the medium one works in like every single combo that the light one used to work in. So I only ever see people use the medium one. Like the light one seems to have pretty much bit the dust. I think they all can be timed to go over fireballs, but the EX one is just fireball invincible, so it doesn't even require timing. You can just do it. Doesn't require any sort of precision at all. But technically, I think you can lob yourself over fireballs. Obviously, it's better with the heavier versions, but I think you can lob yourself over fireballs with all of them with good timing. It's kind of precise. You wouldn't really ever go for that because it's kind of a hard read, and this is an unsafe attack. But maybe if you were out of meter and you had a really good read at the end of a match, maybe you could pull something like that out. The X1 is safe. They're generally just a combo ender. The light, medium, and hard are really unsafe. I think they're like minus a decent amount. -6. They're each -6. So that's like a pretty good punish for most characters. Most characters can hit you pretty hard for doing a -6 attack. That's a medium punish where you would get like stand strong, crutch forward, hard tatsu or something like that. So mostly you just confirm into them, and they are a really good ender if you confirm into them. They look like they've got a big long recovery, but you can actually just cancel that at any point. So it's very common to see like a string like that into the medium one, or like they don't come up from lights. That's kind of a big deal. The uppercut will come up from lights, or like a lot of her Fuha stuff. You can start from lights, but not that one. That's counter hit only. Counter hit, crouch, medium kick into light flip kick. I mean, like, you can't even really control if you're going to get a counter hit like that. I guess it's alright as like a counter poke. You might be able to get a counter hit like that and then buffer the light one. Buffer the light flip kick. And then whatever hits, if you actually get that counter hit. The problem is if they're going for, if you hit the recovery rather than the startup, you're not going to have that combo and then you're -6. But that seems like it could be alright. That doesn't sound useless. That sounds alright. The heavy one, you don't really see that much, because you can't really combo into it the way you can combo into the other ones. Technically speaking, you can combo into it from, I think it works from Crouch Fierce? Yeah, so you can do that, but like, you can do other stuff that does like more damage, so I don't know why you would do that. But again, you can lob yourself over fireballs with it if you wanna be a hero. For the most part, I think it can end some of her, it can be a consistent ender for some of her crush counter stuff. Not that one, the other one. But again, you've got better stuff, so why would you do that? I never see people use the hard or the light one, to be honest. I always see the medium, and then the EX. The EX is really good, actually. So the EX one is still slow, but again, it's fireball invincible from the very first frame. I think I have a fireball throwing Ryu somewhere in here. I think it's that one. if you wait, you kind of need to semi-predict, but it's safe. It's only -2, so it's not too bad to just kind of randomly throw it out. But most fireballs, it really depends on the fireball. But as soon as you see a fireball, you can just use this. But also, it's got fireball invincibility pretty much from the first frame. So even though the fireball is like right about to hit you, you can throw it out. But it won't necessarily punish the fireball if you do it like that. See, like I have re-blocking as soon as he finishes throwing the fireball. But if you're just like watching and waiting for a fireball and you see one, you can generally get it as a punish. More importantly, okay, so it's safe. It goes through fireballs, and most importantly, you can combo out of it. It's got a launching state. And hard uppercut's the go-to. I think medium uppercut doesn't hit properly. Hard uppercut's the go-to, but you can also combo some other stuff if you have some resources available. I think V-skill works too. Yeah, that's not bad, that's not bad. That's like the go-to, and I think you can combo light uppercut to super as well if you want to do that. No, you're out of meter. You can't do that. Take it back. Light uppercut has decent Oki though. Light flip kick is easier to space to make it safe. There you go. Ominous nose. That's why I use light flip kick. Make it safe. You can kind of throw it out, get some block damage, and not die instantly for the fact that you're -6. Let's get re-blocking. That looks mad unsafe. That doesn't look too bad. Ryu could probably punish that with crouch medium kick, but I don't know if you could get anything from that. Depends on the character you're fighting, really. That could be okay. That could be okay. Anyway, the X one is generally like the best one, but that's how it goes with EX moves. Fuha Renkyaku. This move is pretty crazy. So you've got, in Street Fighter 4 you have to hold the button. This game you don't have to anymore, which makes her a lot easier to play in my opinion. All of them start as a charge, and then once you have the charge, you do the same move again, and it's a release. So that's the light one released. So I can charge the light one and release the light one, or I can charge the light one and then charge another one, and then if I do light again, I release the light, but I still have the other one, you know, stuff like that. It's basically treated like 3 separate special moves, but all of them require charges. If Juri could just do her... This is like a really good special move. If you could just do the follow-ups, if the follow-ups were just the special move in its entirety, they would be very spammable and annoying. But she's balanced around having them. There's basically 3 different special moves at once. Or 4, because the X one is different still. And all of them are really useful for different things. The light one is mostly a zoning tool. It's just a fireball. It goes under other fireballs, and it has decent recovery, so if the opponent jumps on reaction to it, you can generally anti-air them. And if they throw a fireball of their own, you can often throw your fireball and then still block their fireball, and then yours might be a punish on theirs. It's like it interacts pretty well with other fireballs, especially slow ones. So Juri is really annoying for other fireball characters to fight. Not even because of that, but like that helps. But like Juri, also her V skill is really good. Juri is very annoying for a lot of fireball characters because of the way that her zoning tools work. Anyway, the light one is a decent. It's decent as a zoning tool. It's like a good fireball as they go. It's not great, but it's good. Does okay damage, has okay range. It does dissipate, which is a little bit annoying. The range is not super great. And then it's also good in her juggles, like that little one I showed right there. It doesn't work in a lot of juggles, but in some juggles it's really good. That's like the main one. That's the one you'd actually see it in. And most importantly, her other Fuhas there's like inter-combo ability. You can combo any Fuha Renkyaku into any other version. The light one, the other 2 are unsafe, and the light one is safe. It's like -2 point blank, and then it becomes better the farther away you are. Like later it hits, the more safe it is. So if I do like this one, which is like -4, I think, or -6, something like that, the opponent can punish me for doing that, but I can just cancel it to the light one, and the light one is safe. So if you have the light one, basically you can fish with the other ones. I think you can do medium into light, but I think that's not a true block string. It might be. It looks like it would be. Anyway, you can use that. You can use that to kind of abort if you make a mistake, and more importantly, you can use it like normally you can't just like fish out with crouch medium kick into hard Fuha Renkyaku, which is a pretty rewarding little block string to go for. But if you have the light one, you can fish with that and then save it. Basically, keep yourself safe. And that's really important because that gives her like much better footsies. The problem is that takes 2 charges to do, and the charges, while they're pretty fast, they are something you have to find time to do. So like, you know, if your opponent is being really aggressive, it can be really hard to find time to charge. But the charges resolve pretty quickly, and it's not too hard to get a few of them up. Let me see here. That's basically the light one. The light one makes the other one safe, and it acts as a zoning tool and occasionally a juggle tool. The medium one is like the most combo friendly, or it's the least combo friendly, but it's the most rewarding. It's like the best one for punishes. If you're max, like if you get like a punish, you generally get something like, I've been doing this one like crazy. Hello, Ryu. I'm bad with these timings. I don't know them. That's like 160, right? She's got a little bit better stuff she can do, but you can. That's like her general like combo, Variations of that are her general combo. If you have medium Fuho, you can suddenly get like a ton more damage. 234. Like I just added a pretty respectable amount of damage for just having that. And you can do other stuff like that. You can do stuff with her other Fuhas and just get a lot of extra damage. That's really important for her. It's just the fact that it just raises her combo damage by quite a lot. More than her other ones do. So just if you can have that one and be sitting on that one, but it looks like an overhead. It's not. It's pretty unsafe at -6. So like if you just do it raw, you can get lit up for it. So it doesn't combo for much either. That's really important. It only combos from Stand Fierce, Crouch Fierce, and I think Stand Strong. No, not even Stand Strong, but Stand Forward. The fact that that works is like a really good buff, really good Season 2 buff. It doesn't combo from that much. Let me see here. Oh, it also works as a juggle ender. So like I was showing this one off, but like the hard one is relatively easy to juggle into. I'll talk a little bit more about that when I talk about the hard one, which is right now. The hard one is really fast. It like combos from like really. It combos when most other stuff won't combo. Like it combos from lights, which is better than the other two don't combo from lights. I think the charge combos from lights. Yeah. Anyway, you can pick up the hard one fairly easily in scenarios where you can't lay the other two because it's actually safe and actually has a good hitbox. So like in juggles, you can combo into the hard one. I thought that worked. Yeah, there you go. It's just really late. In juggles, you can combo into the hard one, and then if you have the medium one, you can actually combo the hard one into the medium one. So it's like the medium one is a good ender for juggles like that. And like here's another good example. There's no way to combo like let's say normally you want to combo like this, right? You want to combo like the medium one on a grounded opponent so you can get the link out of it. But there's no way to do that from a light normal because like if you do like let's say like if you just cancel light normal, then there's no way to like hit that. It's going to be blockable in time. But what you can do, it's not as good, but it's still quite good, is to go into the hard one and then go to the medium one. And the hard one knocks down, and the medium one then juggles, and there's no combo from the juggle to the best that I know. But that's the highest damage you can get off of a light using like the Fuha follow-ups. So that's like a decent little conversion option she has. Basically, she can use the light and the medium together to get better damage off of light normals. There's some other random stuff, but that's pretty much it. The hard one is just very combo friendly. Works for juggles, works for fast combos, works for some other stuff. Oh, this is really important. Let me see here. There's two different ways to go into this. Well, there's a bunch of different ways to go into this. Let's talk about V-Skill really fast. Let's finish EX Fuharan Kyaku. Let's just talk about that. I've really said almost everything there is to say. It's really fast. It's like really fast. It's somewhere in the realm of 5 frames. I don't know whether it's faster or slower. 7. A little bit slower. So it goes decently far for a 7-frame attack. Like that was like around about half screen. I was just outside range. It's like pretty far, and it's totally safe on block, and it's a true block string all the way through. It's like -2, so I guess not totally safe because Zangief Super will punish it, but that's like the only thing. So it's a really good attack to just kind of fish out. Like it can be bad to be -2, but the amount of block damage you do with this is kind of worth the -2, especially when it can work. Like it's a really good little. The fact that it's safe just makes it really easy to fish with it, and it's so fast. It's really good for fishing with, I guess. Did you talk about the Fuha store a little bit? You can help me out if there's more to say about the Fuha store. It's a decent attack on its own right because it's -2, and therefore you can just kind of make it. You can. Did I show this? Wrong combo. If you combo the Fuha store, you can combo the EX one. That, like, I showed off this one earlier, where you could whiff the Fuha store, but the Fuha store inherently will combo the EX. And then if you're in the corner, well, I think it's corner only. This works, right? Maybe not at all. Maybe the hard one works? I thought that was something like that. Maybe not. Maybe I made that up. Maybe it's just in my head. Maybe that's what I was thinking of. That doesn't even look good. You can do Fuha Store into V-Trigger into CA. I've never actually seen that. That's actually pretty cool. Is that even good, though? I mean, that seems alright. Just straight critical art. It looks like there's other stuff you could do there. I don't know if the other stuff would necessarily raise the damage. Let me try... This should work, right? Oh, that didn't work. Maybe I was too slow. Or maybe it just uses up all the juggle potential. Stream dropping frames for anyone else. Shit. Damn it, I am. I'm gonna close and reopen this really fast and see what that does. Because sometimes that does stuff. Sometimes it lets my computer figure out what the fuck is going on. Alright, I apologize for the drop frames that just dropped. Don't look at me, I don't know why it's doing that. Yeah, it looks like it's been all... Ugh, fuck. This is just the worst. Why? Why now? Why here? I don't want to, like, stop this in the middle and just, like, adjust my settings like crazy. I don't know how this... I've never actually, like, watched how this... what this does in the archives when it's dropping frames like that. Let me see if I can... downscale the resolution a bit more. Settings won't be applied until next time you begin streaming. Alright, never mind. I can't do anything right now. Let's see if it's done doing whatever it was doing. Just had this fat ass pause in the middle of the recording. It looks like it's not dropping frames anymore. Looks like it's done. This is my router being dumb or something, I don't know. I got no idea. What was I talking about? Fuha charges. EX is good for fishing with. It does good damage. It gets punishes from really far away. It is a decent combo under. It juggles from stuff. That's pretty much it. It's like a really good attack that's really hard to whiff punish and also does okay damage and also comes out decently fast and also is safe. It's one of the best special moves in the game, honestly. Let me see here. V-Skill. Okay. Her V-Skill is a little bit like a focus attack to use functionally. It doesn't have like the release in the release is totally different from a focus attack, but like the application is a bit similar. If you just hit it, she does this weird little dash into like a backward swing. If you use it from up close, it'll go behind the opponent and hit them from behind. If they've never fought a Juri before, you'll probably get lots and lots of free hits with that, especially because you can cancel into it like a special move. But it's not a block string from anything, so this is like 100% gimmick tech. And if you fought someone who's fought a Juri before, you can block it quite easily, and it's pretty unsafe on block. So don't actually use it like this unless you just wanna. If you wanna like really like surprise someone, this is not the worst thing in the world to surprise them, but it's super risky, so it's not really super good like that. But that's the normal release. Pretty much the only way to combo the normal release is to use her little target combo, and that's not useless, but whatever. Anyway, the point is you can hold it a little bit, and there's 3 different levels. I should say 2 different levels. If you just do the charge and hold it until it finishes, she'll do like this upgraded version of it. But you can also just release anytime after there's a little poof of smoke near her feet. It'll do that. That's the level 2 one, but it'll automatically release if you hold it long enough. But anything after the poof is level 2. I think that's exactly the same as like an earlier release after the poof. Yeah, same damage, same stun, same range. You can dash cancel it, and I suck. You can dash cancel it and cancel it like that, so it's not super committal. You can even do like stand strong, or like I don't know why I said stand strong. You can do like stuff like that. It's really slow. You'd rather dash backward than dash forward. That's really gimmicky, but you can dash cancel it, and there's occasionally like a bit of stuff you can do with that. More importantly, if you dash cancel after you get the poof, then it keeps track that you've got the level 2 charge, and then the next time you use it, even if you don't charge at all, it'll give you the level 2 version. So the level 2 version is pretty fucking awesome. Um, it actually it goes like full screen. It goes like max range. It does a hit like as soon as it hits the opponent, it does its hit. So you don't have to wait until she crosses up. When it's a true block string from the first hit to the second hit. So if they block this, if you're using the level 2 V skill, they just have to block normally, and then they'll automatically block the cross up hit as well, and then they can just punish you. They're both really unsafe. But this one comes out a lot faster. It also travels through any fireball, and I would tentatively say that this is one of the best fireball punishes in the whole game. Like this, you can just do it from like pretty much anywhere on the screen as soon as you see a fireball, and it doesn't cost any meter or anything like that. It is kind of inconvenient to have to charge that, but like the capacity you have to just punish fireballs, regardless of where you are on the screen, whether you're really close or really far away, it's like a really good fireball punish. I don't think it's fireball invincible from frame 1, but it's fireball invincible very close to frame 1. So it's pretty awesome as fireball punishes go. And I would say that's its main use. So it's like a super good whiff punish. It's a super good fireball punish, and just, you know, it's a really good for full screen presence. And you can cancel into it from her Fuha charges. So let's say I'm getting like a combo going where I'm doing something like this. I didn't have max charge. Does that even work? I think that works, but I'm not 100% sure. I need to go the other way. Yeah, I need to go the other way. Let's say I get something like this. You can actually... I didn't have charge. Oh, there's so many resources to manage with Juri. Whatever. Imagine that all comboed. You have to hold it a little bit too. Silly. This is like full resources, full non-meter resources for like max damage. Where's my combos? I'm doing that early. There you go. Something like that. A ton of damage. But I used my V skill, level 2 V skill, and like 2 charges. The 2 like good combo charges. So this goes to show, like, you know, she can combo like everything when you have everything. More importantly, if you're just going for something like that, if you're going for something with the hard one as an ender, you can charge it to V skill and get a charged V skill. Like I just charged a full level 2 V skill right there, and basically you can use it. You can. It's pretty hard to actually go for this and get the full charge against an opponent who, like, you know, is rushing you down. But if you do combos, you can like get it during the combos. You can sacrifice whatever, you know. You can just end in a hard one instead of like a flip kick, and then from that hard Fuha, you can combo, you can land, you can guarantee her V skill for later on, and then you can stop the opponent from throwing fireballs, or you can just get a higher damage combo next time you get an opening. It just makes her momentum bleed into itself. What the fuck happened there? Wait, is that a thing? Oh yeah. I forgot about that. You can cancel her V skill. Is it just? Yeah, it's just V skill again. I like forgot that was a mechanic, to be honest. It looks really weird. What else? I feel like there's a little bit more to her V skill, but I can't think of what. It's useful in combos. So you can like combo any place where you can land hard Fuha, you can combo like a charged V skill after Fuha, or charge a V skill if you don't already have charge. So going hard Fuha into V skill is always the right idea. Level 1 V skill have any neat properties? Only that it crosses up. That's literally it. Shit, I waited a long time, but it wasn't enough. There you go. It's nice as an ender. It does more damage than the medium Fuha does after a hard Fuha. That's new to Season 2, by the way. Oh, and you can combo it off of other launchers, too. It's got like good juggle potential in general. What else? I don't have that much else to say about every skill except that it builds V-meter, so it's like, you know, I think you actually need to have it hit or block in order to build V-meter, and of course it's really unsafe on block, so it's kind of hard to use like that, especially considering Juri's got a 3-bar V-trigger. Juri's V-trigger is really hard to explain. It does a lot of different things. I said that it improves her crouch fierce, but that's the only thing it does like that. Let's see here. When you've got V-trigger active, right now I have a light Fuha charge, right? Okay, keep close mind to that. And if I used hard or medium, I would have to charge them. If I go into V-trigger, I can use the light one, and it doesn't deduct my light one, and also I can use my medium one and my hard one just raw. All of you don't need to charge anymore when you're in V-Trigger, but it still keeps track of the one you had. And that's because once it wears off, I'm back to having that one, like, light one charged. But basically, the game like stops tracking which ones you've charged. It just holds off, like it holds off worrying about whether you have charge or not until the V-Trigger ends. So in V-Trigger, every time you use one of her Fuhas, you get a little bit of deduction of your V-Trigger, but also you have all your Fuhas all the time, which means you can always go for like that into that and then make it safe with that, or like stuff like that. I think the Fireball, they all have, the Fireball travels a little bit more. Isn't that one of her changes? The Fireball travels a little bit more slowly, or like it travels a shorter distance or something, I don't remember. They did something to the Fireball one as a follow-up. They're mostly the same, the follow-ups are mostly the same inside and outside V-Trigger. I think they do the same damage and stuff like that. Why do I suck at that link? The most important thing her V-Trigger does, and the most interesting and the most neat, is that it makes it so you can chain all of her normals. That works, right? I don't know. There's like a million different ways to do this. And you can get like really safe, long block strings. Everything cancels too. Like stand around house normally doesn't cancel. Normally non-cancelable attack. But when you're in V-Trigger, everything barring overhead cancels. So like you can cancel stuff that like normally doesn't cancel. Sweep into projectiles, a very common one that Juri players do all the time. Fireball hits twice in V-Trigger, making it about as plus as the slower version out of V-Trigger. There you go, that's super useful. The Fireball in V-Trigger is super good. The only problem with V-Trigger is that whether you use it for the normal canceling or whether you use it for the perma Fuhara and Kyaku, you'll still deduct V-meter like crazy. So like you have this long bar, but it just goes after like a few combos. I've been showing off this combo, like into medium Fuha. That's not a starter. Like that, or into flip kick, for example. But like just as an example of the way her chaining combos can work, I could do something like that, or like I don't know. Shit, I thought that worked. Is it stand fierce there? I don't actually remember. Or maybe I have to do stand forward. That didn't work at all. Maybe it's like this. Oh, I think I know. It's like that. Yeah. So she's got enders that are a little bit stronger than her normal enders, but they use V-meter like crazy. Like that took like half my V-meter just to go for. So the fact that it does more damage is not super important most of the time. Normally you just prefer to do your normal enders even in V-Trigger. V-Trigger is a great like combo starting tool. Like it gives you a bunch of new confirms that you don't normally have. Crouch medium punch, stand hard kick, stand hard punch, hard Fuha. That's it. That's the one I was thinking of. I couldn't picture it in my head. Oh shit, I missed the stand fierce. I did it too fast. Yeah, there you go. That's probably like max damage ender from that combo. Very useful for stuff like that. Very useful as a confirm starter because you can get like, you know, confirms that you don't normally have access to in basically you can get like a lot more damage off of a crouch light kick, for example, than you would be able to outside of V-Trigger. Most importantly, the thing that V-Trigger does that's really cool is you can cancel into it from all our special moves, except I think this one. So, well, most of her special moves. Does this work? Alright, whatever. You can do it from hard Fuha, and you can do it from flip kicks and stuff like that. And the flip kicks isn't super useful. You can get some combos. It's not useless, but you know, it's not. You don't see it that much. But most importantly, the hard Fuha. If you get the first hit of hard Fuha, like let's say I'm Juri player, okay, and I have hard and light charged. If I do stand fierce into hard, and I see that it's being blocked, I can just do the light one and make it safe, right? But if I see that if I do the hard one, if I see my hard punch hits, I can convert to V-Trigger. And one hit of hard Fuha into V-Trigger, that's like really easy to combo hard Fuha from like anything. And if I get hard Fuha into V-Trigger, I can then combo a stand fierce from there. So this is like a decent starter into V-Trigger. And then you can do, you know, your max damage combos. That was not a max damage combo. Something like this is like quite common from Juri players. There you go. There's like a decent way to combo V-Trigger, and then you've still got all this resource left over. And you can get like a meaty towards Fireball going or something like that. Oh yeah, once the V-Trigger activates, the eye patch disappears, and even if the V-Trigger wears off, the eye patch is still gone. She's got like a normal eye under there. I mean, it's like a fucking, it's not a real eye, but she's got an eye. It's not like a socket or anything like that. And I think her alt costumes don't all have eye patches, so, you know, they bothered to render her whole face. I actually really like that she's wearing the eye patch and then she pulls the eye patch off for the V-Trigger. It's like a really cool effect. The eyeball in general is a really cool effect. Something very scary about that. Is there anything else V-Trigger does? It like does a lot of stuff with her normal cancels, and I don't know most of the ways that... Like, it seems like a giant waste of resources most of the time to use the normal to normal cancels. It doesn't add that much damage. It does give you cool new confirms, but I don't even... Most of her confirms are already alright. The only ones I can really think of off the top of my head that actually add a lot of damage are the confirms off of Crouch Light Kick. Sweep into Light Fuha is super, super good. That's like the one thing that Juri players use all the time. That's like a really obnoxious thing to do because it's good on block, and if it hits and they quick stand, they have to block it on their wake up. So it's like really good pressure unless they don't quick stand, and if they don't quick stand, it's already really good pressure. It does kind of it's only one cancel too, so it's not too bad in the realm of how much V-Trigger it's using. What else about Juri? I've like said almost everything I even know of. Is there anything I didn't talk about at all? Her V reverse, I think they fixed that. Oh, I didn't talk about her super. I like basically didn't even mention her super. She has an air throw. I forgot about that. Oh, she didn't have that in Street Fighter 4. I like knew that she had that, but I didn't come to me until I saw it in the command list. She's got a decent. It's a good air throw actually. They made it. The Light Fuha is more safe in V-Trigger. And I think one of the other ones is more safe in V-Trigger. I think that's a change in Season 2. I think one of her Fuhas is only -4. I think it's the, Oh, maybe it's all the time. Man, I don't know. I'm going to set it to Player 1 V-Trigger and see what changes. I'm not seeing anything different on FAT. The light one's more safe in V-Trigger. The light one has an extra hit, which makes it a little bit better on block. Anyway, this air throw has more range than almost every other air throw in the entire game. And it does a little bit more damage than her air target combo. And it also causes a kind of better knockdown. I don't actually know if it's better. Maybe it's not. Anyway, it does more damage and more stun. So it's technically preferable to her air target combo in most instances. I said she had a decent jab for going under cross-ups, and I also said that she had a medium DP you could autocorrect. But if people are jumping from really close, jump back air throw is actually a really good response. Like if someone jumps from like this close, this is really common for like players who go for like you'll see this all the time, especially in like the low ladder. You'll see like someone go for like jump into stuff into like a little block string, like 2 light normals, just like a really light confirm. And then they'll immediately jump again, and they'll be at the perfect range for a cross-up. And the thing about that is that most characters in this game are not super good at anti-air and cross-ups, or they are good at it. Like everyone can do it, but most people aren't really looking for it. Most people have their go-to response to cross-ups be like block. And you know, if you're doing something like if people just block, you can go for stuff like this. And just like get like a kind of infinite block string, which can just rack up white damage and even a hit if they kind of freak out trying to find a way out of it. If Juri sees someone jump from really close, she can actually do a jump back air throw, and it's a really good response. It comes out really quickly. It does good damage. You know, it's a good anti-air for like these kinds of close jumps. What else? That's pretty much. You can just also use it in just air-to-air scenarios. It's a decent air-to-air as they go. The range is not super great, but it's good for a air throw, and it also has crazy good speed. Air throws are like 5 frames, whereas like you know most air attacks are like 7 or 8, somewhere in that territory. What else? Her super, right? Didn't talk about her super at all. There's not a whole lot to say about her super. You can combo it from any flip kick, which is you know not a bad way to land it. And you can also combo it from her light uppercut, which is, again, not a bad way to land it. I think those do identical damage. I don't know if that is identical. 391, 283, right? Alright, so I think that's literally identical. Yeah. Does not matter which of those you go for. What are some other important things you can do with super? Help me out here. I only ever see it as a combo ender. I don't see Juris use super like almost at all. I think there's some kind of cool... You can juggle into it any place where you can juggle into the things that combo into it. So like for example, something like this. Pow. It's a projectile. I think you can punish fireballs with it, but I almost never see people do that. Mostly because people don't really... Like most supers punish fireballs. There are better ways you can, you know... Juri punishes... People are pretty respectful of Juri and her ways of punishing fireballs. She's got a lot of different ways to do it, and they're all pretty good. But I think you can punish fireballs with it. It also just has really nice range, just because it's a projectile. Kapow. Well, that was a punish anyway. That was a pretty good punish as they go. Did good damage. I traded, so, you know, don't do it at round end. Combo ender, chip out tool, fireball punish. I think it's a good anti-air too, to be 100% honest. I haven't seen anyone do that in a long time, but I think it's really tall, and I think it works really well as an anti-air. We're going to try, just to see if it actually does something. I think this works. How? I didn't even trade. I think it's also like really tall, so you can do it from kind of close. I traded. It's not bad as they go. It's not great, but it's not bad. What about this? Is that tall enough? It is tall enough. There you go. Back roundhouse into super as an anti-air. How about that? That's pretty cool. I don't think you can super cancel from her Fuhas though, unfortunately, or her V skill. It's a shame. I've like said everything I know about Juri. So let's talk a little bit about B&Bs before we cut this to a close. B&B punishes. I think the one that we found that technically did the most damage with no resources whatsoever was that into the medium follow-up. But again, this only works on crouching opponents, or rather, it doesn't work on crouching opponents, so it's not always available to you. The one that almost every Juri uses as a punish is something like that, or like, you know, that, more of the target combo. Those are all very common punishes from Juri players. And then if you use, what else? If you have a little bit of, if you have, let's say, medium Fuha charged, then all of a sudden you can do combos like this. So your go-to punish. If you have light Fuha, your go-to punish is something like that one. Their combos are really different depending on which charges you have. You can end in hard Fuha instead of flip kick if you want to get a V skill. If you have the V skill, then you can do all of that. You can do this. That does pretty good damage for a punish. 300 damage on a grounded opponent is probably the highest in the game for punish damage with no meter. And then you've got, like, if you want to burn 1 bar. I don't know. Her 1 bar combos are not, like, I don't know. Her combo damage doesn't increase that much for 1 bar, I don't think. You can do, like, this. It's a common one. That does pretty good damage for 1 bar. Higher than her. It's like if you just look at, like, that versus, like, this. Like, you're adding a pretty good amount of damage for 1 meter. You're adding, like, 60 damage there. So, you know, that's not bad for 1 bar. But compared to, like, her Fuha resources, it doesn't look as impressive. But Crouch Fierce combos into EX Flip Kick. I think that's her main way of converting 1 bar into damage. You can also combo some 1 bar stuff into, like, the EX Fuha. But that isn't really as good for damage and is more good for being able to get mid-combo charges and stuff like that. It's more good in that, like, the stuff you do would do very low damage if you didn't throw that on. Like this is okay to do, but doesn't do very much damage. And from that combo, like, you know, you can add, you're tacking on, like, another 100 for going for the EX Fuha. So it's, like, good because the combos that combo into it are already kind of weak. The scenarios where she can land EX Fuha are kind of weak. I think that works. I missed it up. The first hit is really low, but I'm pretty sure that works. Yeah, good corner carry too. Maybe this doesn't work. Shit. There it is. Just really precise. I would never do that, for the record. That's like not a good use of resources. You only use EX Fuha as an ender when you like don't have other stuff generally, and she has other stuff she can use there, so it's not that important. Anyway, those are like grounded B&B punishes. B&B confirms would be something like, let's say, that is really common. Background house into stand short into light uppercut. I think you can also like use hard uppercut there. No, that didn't combo. Stick with light. You can also end any place where you have an ender that's a light. You can do like hard Fuha. So that's quite common. And then you can tag on medium Fuha or V-skill if you've got either of those. Or if you don't have V-skill, you can charge a V-skill there. Stand strong is a pretty damage optimal string, and also confirm. So if you're just throwing out stand strong raw, that's a decent like way to convert. I just missed it, but it works. What else does she have in the way of confirms? Light confirms, I guess. That's a 3-frame confirm, and from there you can combo into hard Fuha, or you can combo into light uppercut or hard uppercut. And then like a crouching confirm, something like that works. Or again into hard Fuha, or into light DP. You can use stand jab for all of those too. Or EX Fuha also combos from lights. I should have mentioned that. That's like not a bad conversion from lights. It might be a little bad. It didn't add significant damage from uppercut, but it works from further away than uppercut. So if you're not getting a point blank crutch short, then that's a better ender. It's a more consistent ender, and it does a bit more damage. That's most of her confirms. What else? I'll just show off a crush counter punish just as an example. If I block the DP or something like that, like I could go for the tar combo. That's like the go-to. Crouch fierce into dash in strong into whatever. V-trigger doesn't convert easily from that, so what you do if you've got V-trigger would probably be something along the lines of walk-in fierce. And then from there you could combo. Wait, what is it? What do you do there? I guess it'd be a lot easier with that. And then you do everything normally. I don't remember how you combo. I guess you just raw V-skill with the crush counter. Or even crush counter before, like V-skill, I mean V-trigger before the crush counter. Like block the DP, then V-trigger, then go for your punish. That would actually be pretty good for scaling reasons. But normally you'd see more something like this. Would be like a really obvious go-to crush counter punish. What else? Go-to anti-airs, stand fierce, medium DP. Jab is not useless but not great. She can also do jump strong or jump air throw. Medium DP is like the best one. Stand fierce is probably the easiest to do on reaction. Anti-fireballs, the V-skill is pretty great. EX flip kick is alright. Her super technically works. I feel like there's another thing I'm missing. That's all I got. I'm like trying to think of anything I missed with Juri. V-trigger also lets you jump cancel, so you can CC dash target combo. Wait, doesn't that just always work? Wait, I forgot about that. Does that not always work? I thought that was a thing. Is that V-trigger only? Oh my lord, I forgot all about that. That's like something I haven't thought about in ages. Thanks for bringing that up. You can jump cancel or target combo in V-trigger, and I think you can even... Nope, no air combo, no air throw. You can do like air target combos from that. They're like... She can combo all her like air. Her chains still work mid-air. So you can like you can do anything. It's not just the V. It's not just the air target combo. You can do anything. I think the air target combo might not use V meter though. Yeah, that didn't use any V meter at all. Whereas everything else is gonna deduct some. But there's some kind of cool things you can do with that. Like I think you can do what is it? Like that, and then juggle into oh my god. Juri is really tight. Juri has some really cool stuff you can do. There's stuff you can do there. I don't remember what. I'll do jump strong into late roundhouse. No, roundhouse launches. Late fierce. There's something like that. I could land in super. Like that will work already. But I think there's something better you can go for as well. I guess I could do hard Fuhara and Kyaku. Would probably combo there. Shit, I did that with bad timing. EXDP. There you go. That was just bad inputs. I've never seen anyone go for this in a real match. There you go. But it works. You could probably do EX Fuha too. I think that has a lot of juggle potential. And again, you could probably do hard Fuha. Shit, that was bad. That didn't combo. That didn't combo. Alright, EXDP is pretty much it. EXDP or super. I've never seen anyone go for anything like that. It's like a fat waste of V-trigger meter. It's not super damage optimal. It's just really cool. It's just really cool. But I guess, technically speaking, if you were in V-trigger, and you had just a punish opportunity that was non-crush counter, just like a 5-frame punish opportunity, that would not be that bad as they go. That was a counter hit too. Actually, I think that does more damage if you just cancel 2 medium uppercut. No, it's like 1 less. It does 210 and 310 stun, and this does 211 and 340 stun. So that's technically better. Yeah, the juggle's out of that. The jump cancel from that is not super useful in terms of damage, and it also uses a lot of V meter, so it's not like crazy good. It's cool that she has it, but like I don't know. There's probably some stuff where you can get. There's some scenarios where that's damage optimal, but I don't know what the fuck they are. They're like really specific. That's the point. All right, now I'm pretty sure I've exhausted everything I have to say about Juri. Does her walk speed get better when she's in V-trigger, or is it just